Today, on Guess What I Found Out, we're going to discover some facts about lunar water, the moon's weird little treasure that might end up being less space snow cone and more interplanetary gas station. Curious George, imagine this. The country that figures out how to use moon water first does not just win a science fair. It gets a head start on the entire solar system. Because yes, that dusty grey rock in the sky may be hiding the ingredients for rocket fuel, breathable oxygen, and survival supplies. So, while we were down here arguing online, space agencies were basically asking, can the moon pay for its own missions? And the answer looks more and more like maybe. Let's break this down. Without turning it into a chemistry lecture, your eyelids will abandon. Water on the moon matters because water is not just for drinking. Split water into hydrogen and oxygen, and now you have rocket propellant ingredients through electrolysis. That means future missions could refuel closer to where they're going, instead of hauling everything from Earth like an overpacked family road trip. NASA and other agencies specifically treat lunar water as a major exploration-enabling resource. Also, the moon's gravity is much weaker than Earth's, about 1/6, which means lifting stuff off the moon takes less energy than launching from Earth. Translation: less cosmic pain at the pump. This did not happen overnight. Back in 1976, the Soviet Lunar 24 mission returned lunar soil samples, and later reports described about 0.1% water in some material, with indications it increased with depth. At the time, many people questioned contamination, so it did not immediately settle the debate. Then came Clementine in 1994, which helped push interest in the lunar poles and permanently shadowed regions, places so cold and dark they can preserve volatiles like water ice. NASA now credits Clementine with early evidence that helped reignite the modern lunar water hunt. Lunar Prospector in 1998 detected hydrogen near the poles, which NASA said was likely in the form of water mixed into the regolith. That was a huge clue. And then 2009 hit like a plot twist. India's Chandrayaan-1, carrying NASA's Moon Mineralogy Mapper, or M3, helped confirm water and hydroxyl signatures on the moon. NASA's LCROSS mission then intentionally crashed into Cabeus crater near the South Pole, and yes, in one of the most NASA ways possible, they slammed hardware into the moon and found water in the ejector plume. Science is amazing and occasionally unhinged. If you like videos where we explain billion-dollar space strategy with the energy of a friend pointing at a whiteboard and saying, "See, this rock is now a gas station. Hit like and follow for more." For a while, folks were really only interested in those permanently shadowed craters. Then NASA's SOFIA went and confirmed water on the sunlit lunar surface in Cabeus crater. That was quite a big deal, honestly, because it showed us lunar water isn't just hiding in the deepest, coldest freezer sections of the moon. NASA also reports evidence that water and hydroxyl can actually move around the lunar surface over time, a kind of lunar water behavior that, well, researchers are still trying to fully understand. So, no, the moon is not, a giant ocean. It's more like a dusty, stingy landlord with tiny amounts of water in useful places, maybe, if you bring the right tools. All right, impromptu survey time, Curious George. If you had to build a moon base, are you choosing A. Camp Sunshine, easier operations, less extreme darkness, probably farther from the best ice spots, or B. Ice Goblin Gulch, closer to possible water deposits, but everything looks like a horror movie shot in a freezer? Drop A or B in the comments. And, well, defend your pick like your oxygen bill depends on it. Best argument wins absolutely nothing, except honor, and maybe, just maybe, bragging rights. Why does this matter geopolitically? Well, if lunar water can be extracted at scale, it supports habitats, life support, and fuel production, which makes long-term moon operations and deeper space missions a whole lot more realistic. That's exactly why multiple nations are targeting the lunar South Pole and related polar science. NASA's Artemis program is built around returning humans to the moon and building capabilities for sustained exploration. And you guessed it, lunar resources are a major part of that long game. India's Chandrayaan-3 also added major on-site science, including sulfur detection near the South Polar region by Pragyan's LABS instrument. If this is your kind of content, science, strategy, and a little sarcasm aimed directly at the universe, like and follow. We do fun facts here, not boring facts that feel like homework in a lab coat. Now, before anybody starts selling Moonwater Mining LLC t-shirts, extraction is still hard. The lunar South Pole is brutal. Extreme cold, difficult terrain, dangerous dust, harsh lighting conditions, and a lot of unanswered engineering questions. NASA and partners are still mapping, imaging, and refining what is actually accessible and where. And NASA's Viper rover program faced setbacks and restructuring, which shows how difficult and expensive this work is even before boots hit the ground. Follow now if you want more. The future is already happening, but in a spreadsheet and a vacuum chamber content. I promise the next one is equally fascinating and slightly concerning. So here's the big takeaway. Curious George, lunar water is not just a cool science fact. It may be the difference between quick moon visits and a real space economy. The moon might become a launch pad, not just a destination. Now I want to hear from you. What is the most important use of lunar water, rocket fuel, life support, or building a permanent moon base? Pick a side, make your best argument in the comments, and let's see who comes with the strongest case. Also, if you know any other fun facts about the moon, lunar ice, or space exploration, drop them below. And visit our page to check out our growing collection of fun fact videos. Your next favorite rabbit hole is probably already waiting for you.